Live, Dina. That was
Did
fast. All of a sudden, we're live. Hello, we're only
everyone.
24 minutes late.
Sorry, guys. We have such high hopes, and then we always
Try to get too much
bounce
done.
on a little too late. But here we are. Welcome back. Podcast number 86.
You're approaching 100, Dina.
I know. Can you imagine? We called this one Split Decision and Spotted. It's Monday. It's January 31st. I can't believe the
Tomorrow's
close of the month.
February. And you know
Wow.
what that means? Do you know what that means? Dina's 2 days away from the big day.
Oh, please.
The B day. Dina's birthday is February 2nd.
Groundhog's Day.
We're not going to ask you how old you are.
Okay. You can ask.
No, we don't want to ask. We want to do that. Hey, everyone. How are
Hi,
you?
everyone.
Good
Welcome back.
afternoon.
Thank
Hello
you for joining.
from
Hello, friends.
Kensington, Maryland.
Wow. Hello. And hello, Janet from
Illinois.
Mounds, Illinois.
Yeah.
Welcome. So
How is everybody
hi,
this
Nora.
afternoon?
From New Jersey. Good afternoon. It's cold here in New York. I don't know where you all are, but it's definitely cold here. What
It's
is it
been
like?
cold. Although today we were outside
in
at
the
recess
30s?
today. It was 27. But, it's always the feels like, feels
I'm
like
getting-
18.
It's too cold. It's been really
Yeah.
cold.
It has been cold.
We had a snowstorm.
It's been 14. It's the past couple of days it would start in the teens and then go up into the 20s. Although I think on Thursday it's supposed to be in the 40s.
Yes, the end of the week, which is really nice.
Yeah.
We got a lot of snow. We were definitely snowed in on Saturday, which was kind of nice. I didn't mind it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that much snow. It's like 9 inches. They were making it sound like we had 20 inches of snow outside. It wasn't really bad. It really wasn't. Did you think it was bad?
I mean, 9 inches is a lot to shovel.
Well, of course, yeah, to shovel. Anything's
It's a lot.
a lot to shovel, but the way they were talking about it, they made it sound worse. But I didn't think
It sounded like we were going to get 2 or 3 feet.
You know
like
what? Yeah,
the
correct,
blizzard.
Correct.
But that's how the media
They were
is.
calling it like what's the word they were calling it? Not a snowball. They were calling it a snow bullet, a snow bomb. They were calling it a snow bomb. Just so silly. But anyway, who doesn't want a day to stay home and knit?
It was great. It was good for me. I didn't mind, except by the end of the weekend, I was telling Pam, the kids are out of the house.
You tell
The
me
house
that.
is quiet. By the end of the weekend,
She
I was
said
like,
it was just you and the hubby.
yeah. And I was like, do you want to maybe go out and meet a friend and smoke a cigar? Like, I just needed some downtime. Oh my goodness. After 48 hours, I was like, that's enough.
Well, were you knitting with him?
Yeah. It wasn't so much that I was trying to knit. That was the problem.
You couldn't.
I just wanted to sit and knit. And he was like, come on, let's do this. Let's do that.
oh.
Like a buddy for everything. And, you do you. Let me do
So I want to knit. I've been looking forward to the snow day so I
Oh
can
my
knit.
goodness.
Right?
Yeah.
No, that is true. I'm trying to think. What did I do Saturday? I don't know. I did some laundry. I did some straightening.
I baked cornbread. What else did I do?
Well, I
cooked.
refrained from making banana bread
You were afraid.
because I knew that I would eat it if I baked it.
I baked.
It's only my husband and myself who's going to eat it.
My brother-in-law came over. That's what it
that's
was.
nice.
We had brunch.
Oh, that's nice.
He helped me. We were having a business meeting for me,
What did he? Oh, for you.
Yes.
Fabulous.
kind of working out my plans for the next year or so,
There you
figuring that out.
Good.
After he left, I had a splitting headache because,
Too much business talk.
yeah, it's not how I wanted
Too
to
much
spend my-
business talk, not enough knitting.
Exactly. And then whatever, it was all good. He
Mhm.
ventured out. He said the roads were miserable.
Yeah. Well, what time he got you? It really didn't
About
stop snowing.
10:30.
Yeah, but it was still in the.
It was definitely still
yeah,
snowing.
Yeah. I mean, it tapered off at about 2.
Yeah,
2
he drove
o'clock,
back
yeah.
and it was still snowing.
Mhm.
But we just, after that we chilled.
Well, the
It's nice.
dangerous thing with that on Saturday was I had gone out to clean off my car, and by the time I went back in, everything that had kind of gotten wet was turning to ice. And
Slippery.
that's when it gets dangerous, It looks like it's wet,
Temperature's
but
really-
it's icy, right?
My mother wanted to go out walking. I'm like, Mom,
No,
I
not
don't
the
think
weather.
so.
This is the
it's
weather
not-
that orthopedists like.
They certainly get busy this
Well,
time
who
of
was
year.
you saying someone broke their wrist this weekend?
Pam, yeah, shame. Pam Grushkin, she had taken a fall and broke her wrist.
Yeah.
So if you guys are signed up for any of her classes, I think she's going to have a couple of delays. I know that she was going to try to reach everyone, and Yeah, if
I'm
you're
sure she sent
inquiring,
something
that's
out. Sure.
yeah, that's basically why she had to postpone. Uh, the cowl, yes, Summer is saying the cowl. That's right. The cowl is beautiful.
Oh,
A
you,
split
you
decision.
know who's the last
Hi, Jane.
comment? They're out in Seattle.
Who's
I
that?
saw Jan take a plane. We are knitting in Seattle.
Who's that?
What is she saying? Glass art gallery. At a glass art gallery. Marion, Jan, and is it Deirdre? Yes, I saw that Jan and
Oh, how
they were
lovely.
together. She flew out like 4:30 in the morning. She was at Kennedy Airport.
Oh my
And you were
goodness.
so lucky. I thought
You
about
just
you because
made
you
it.
just made it out. I think it was 4:30 Friday morning you flew out. And here we go.
That is incredible, Marion. So the three of you are together knitting. How amazing. That sounds lovely and divine. Post pictures. We want to see. Thank you, Janet. Thank you on the
Yes, well,
sweater
I've
and
been
the cowl.
following your trips. I've been following what
I
you've
have
been
not.
doing. I know you were drinking wine and knitting, and you went somewhere. Where did you? I saw a waterfall. Very nice.
Very, very nice. Janet is saying West Michigan under winter storm watch, 9 to 16 inches.
Is that
wow.
where your daughter is? Or is she in East Michigan?
Uh,
I don't know. I have no idea.
Ann Arbor. I don't know if Ann Arbor, where that is actually in. I don't know where that is in relation
Maybe
to
she'll
Michigan.
tell us. She'll
All
tell
right,
us.
Janet.
She probably knows.
Let us know.
Anyway,
Hello
and then
from Florida.
Sunday, everybody was watching the football games. You know, the
who's in the playoffs?
Oh, I know. I can tell you. Yes, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl
will be the Rams and the Bengals.
Interesting.
Everyone thought Kansas City was going to win. It was a very close game, but the Bengals, and they haven't been in a while.
I was going to say there's a couple of new names
here. I don't think they've been in the Super Bowl since 1989.
And what about the Rams?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. That I don't know. But I think I heard that people wanted it to be the Rams and Kansas City.
Okay.
So it's the Rams and the Bengals. Now I have to root for the underdog. Not that they're an underdog, but they haven't been in the Super Bowl in so long. And apparently their quarterback, which is a very interesting story, it was the first draft out of college, when you're a really good college quarterback.
Yes.
But a lot of times the schools that aren't so great draft you first because you're up first for draft into the NFL. So you sometimes go to a crappy team. But this guy, I think he's only been with the Bengals for a year, 2 years, and he's in the Super Bowl.
That's incredible. What a story.
I don't remember his name. You see,
I'm not a football buff, so I definitely don't know.
I'm a fountain of trivia BS. I would just check in with my husband and say, okay, what's the score? But I will say, they've been close games. There haven't been any like blowouts. There's nothing worse than when you're watching.
That's boring.
Get together, watch a Super Bowl, and it's like 40-0.
I hate that. All right, so we'll have an action-packed Super Bowl.
Not this weekend.
No, next week.
Not the following weekend. Correct. It's very late. I think it's the day before Valentine's Day.
That is very late. Usually it's around my birthday, actually.
Correct, like the 6th, the 4th. Yeah, it's not this. I thought it would be this weekend, but.
All right, let me catch up on comments before we move onward.
Now that we've spoken about football.
Yeah, exactly. Ann Arbor, 60 miles from me, under winter storm watch.
Oh, so
Wednesday. She didn't mention it. She just called. She's like, who cares?
When you're that age, it's fun to have snow.
It's true.
It's when you get older that it becomes a scorch.
It's true. All right, more hellos. Thank you. And they're complimenting you on your beautiful cowl, Pam. Why don't we talk about what we're wearing?
You go first.
No, you go first. She's got the big news over here.
I'm wearing a cowl. It's called Split Decision. After many trials and tribulations, I got it up on Ravelry. I had about a 3-day or 2-day at least problem. I couldn't get it up. We had it up there 3 times, right?
Yeah, we posted it right.
With no option to buy. It wasn't
activated.
It wasn't activated. It was there, but it wasn't activated for purchase.
Right. Very frustrating.
Very frustrating. So after numerous emails going back and forth, or messages, I should say, messages with the powers that be at Ravelry, because that kind of thing I can't correct. They have to correct it.
Right.
So there you go.
They finally resolved the issue. When was it? Yesterday?
Yesterday. Yep.
So the pattern is available for sale. We're super excited. It's called Split Decision, designed by Pam Sapienze. And you can find it on Ravelry. It takes 2 skeins, I believe, of forge.
2 skeins of forge.
Did you use all of it?
I think it's 100 gram skein, and on the second skein, I had 40 grams left out of 100. So I used about 60% of the second skein.
About 400 yards.
It was about 400 yards. I think I said 400 yards, and I gave it maybe 10% padding, 10 to 15% padding.
Right. Well, everyone.
So,
right.
So
if you swatch, if
right,
you gauge, if
right.
you leave a long tail.
Right. So you wouldn't have that problem. So in any event, and split decision, because you can wear the split down or you can wear the split up.
Do you want to demonstrate? Wait a second. Now, do you know who the person was? I mean, there were a few people, if I'm not mistaken, that commented or named split decision. It wasn't just one person.
What do you mean?
There were a few people that recommended that name.
Yes. I thought there were 2, and I thank you very much. And I'm going to send you, I'm going to go back to the comments last week and send you a free pattern.
Oh, that's so sweet, Pam.
Yeah, and I was going to say something else. The second runner-up to split decision was Split Happens.
Love that.
Which I do like. It was very
a hard choice.
It was very, So
That's
now when we
awesome.
need to name something, just ask you guys, because you come up with great names.
I know.
I couldn't think of anything. Maybe I should show them. I told you should. But anyway, so the other way would be, because I'm challenged, the split should be worn down. So it would mean I would do this.
Super cute.
And this you could either fold in or fold out and just wear it as such.
And you can also,
Can you fix that down?
yeah, you can also kind of bring it to the side
Correct.
here.
And wear it off center.
How
correct.
chic. Pam,
Chic.
I
Just
love
so
it.
chic.
You are.
I will tell you, I have been really enjoying this at school when I've been outside.
Nice.
It has
Nice
been
and warm.
fabulous. Yes, it has been terrific.
Now, does
So-
it double as a mask when you go into a store if you don't have one?
I went to Dunkin' today and I
Did you put
look-
it
yeah,
on?
I did, because this was in the car. I said, I'm just going to put it over my mouth.
It's true. Why not? Good for you. Well, it
Anyway,
looks beautiful.
So, and it's Forge is a worsted weight non-superwash yarn from.
Oh, do you want to tell them why you picked that yarn?
Yeah, I did. It took me a while to find a yarn. I wanted
I'm gonna
something
go
that would you need me to get up?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
Something that had body. Would you say body is the right word that I'm looking for?
Yes, because you sampled other yarns and they were too long.
I didn't want drape. I wanted it to have just to stay where it is. And this yarn is perfect for that. And I know it's a 1x1 rib, and people say, oh, I don't want to knit a 1x1 rib. But I will tell you, it's when you're sitting with no distraction that it becomes tedious. But if you're on the phone talking to someone,
Just like
or you're doing something,
TV knitting?
yeah, it goes very quickly. So that would be my recommendation. And it's really not that much. But I did do it. The directions are written in the round. We did talk about writing it straight, but if you wrote it straight, you wouldn't be able to reverse it both ways. You'd have to pick which way you were going to wear it and then seam it so that the seam wasn't visible. So if you want to do it straight, just, message me and
decide if you want to have the split up or down.
Correct.
And then it would be fixed.
Correct. It's a fixed
It would
way,
be a fixed
either down
style. It wouldn't be a
or up.
split. Right.
Correct. So you could do that too.
Absolutely. So if knitting in the round isn't for you, you still can make it.
Correct. Right. And again, I went, my needle size, I guess I dropped down a little bit because I wanted it to have that that structure. Right?
Yes.
So anyway, there you go. So the pattern is out now. I've got the pattern here, and I can show you we did kit it. It's 2 skeins of forge. It's always easier when you kit it.
Yes, we put them up. They're live on the website.
Correct. So I think there are 15 different colorways.
Is that what we counted?
I think it's 15. So we can just quickly run through the colors. Do you want to do that now? Or you want to talk about what you're wearing now?
No, we can go through your
Wanna do
colors.
that?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with what's on top first, which is...
Well, what colorway did you use for yours?
I did gold leaf.
Pretty.
Which is down there. I'll show you in a minute. This colorway is tobacco. It's a very pretty shade. That's a good color.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's very good.
Nice representation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one colorway. The next one is this juniper? Juniper. This is juniper, which is a pretty shade of green. We do have an evergreen, which you'll see in a few minutes. This is more like a juniper tree.
Do you want me to hold it and we'll compare the two?
Yeah. Let me go get it. I have to get it together.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
So this is the juniper. Someone is saying, do you have one that has like a little pocket to hold my bubby cigarettes? She would love that. Oh, she loves her cigarettes. Okay, I don't know who that is.
I would ignore that.
Maybe someone could moderate the group.
Is Amy on?
Is Amy on?
Amy is our
Amy,
moderator.
Amy.
I'll go to. This is evergreen. So you can see the difference, even though it's subtle. If you think of a juniper tree, that really truly is representative of a juniper tree, where this is more of an evergreen.
Beautiful.
So those are two greens.
Charlene is asking where we got the mugs. Thank you, Amy. She is on it.
Thank you, Amy. We got the mugs from a customer, Ellen.
Yes, they were gifted to us, but they're available at Spin Cycle, and I believe they're online. So you can go ahead and get your own.
Correct. Now, this is my color. This is green leaf.
Gold leaf.
Gold leaf. Thank you, Dina. This is gold leaf, what I'm wearing now. Okay, which I love. Right, Dina?
Yes.
One of our favorite colors. This is fawn, which is a nice neutral. Hold that down. I'll
Absolutely.
grab something else. This is kind of similar to tobacco, but it's red feather, and you can see it's brighter. It has a brightness to it, where the other one was more like brownish. So this is red feather, and that's fawn, which is a really nice neutral.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Dina.
You're welcome.
Here you go. I'm going to hand you this one.
This one is mustard.
That's a pretty color. That would look nice in the cowl. Wouldn't
It's
that nice?
stunning.
Yeah, wouldn't that be pretty?
Yeah, I think it looks fun in a color.
It does. Yeah.
It's striking in
pop.
a color.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks beautiful in a basic, but it's just,
I mean, I wouldn't mind having one in gray, but the colors are just so pretty.
I think this is the type of accessory that kind of warrants a color.
A color,
pop of
exactly.
color.
This is navy. That's a pretty navy, right?
Yeah.
Midnight.
Midnight.
Midnight. And let's see what else.
Want me to
we
help
have.
you out?
Yeah, please, Dina.
This here is ash. It's the lighter gray. And then I
Where's
think
the charcoal?
it's right under the
Oh, there it
barn
is.
red.
I'll show
We'll
it.
share it. Well, we'll share it. We'll show it to you right next to the charcoal, which is obviously the darker gray. But you have a light and a dark gray.
There you go. Charcoal and ash.
We also have Raven. So if black is your jam,
Do we
it's
have
out
it?
of stock right now.
Oh, yeah.
So we only have one skein. So we couldn't actually photograph it, but it takes 2 skeins.
And this is aspen, right?
Mhm.
This is one of the color that was in our cuffle last
Yes.
week, right?
Absolutely.
A nice cream.
This here is Lake, a beautiful softer blue. Kind of like a gray blue.
It is.
It's
yeah.
called Lake, but it's
It's a
definitely
beautiful
because
color.
yeah, it's heathered and it's got that sweatshirt.
Definitely. I
flannel.
know it's really like a gray blue, but it is definitely blue.
It's pretty.
This is Red Barn. Is that his Barn Red? Barn
Barn
Red.
Red.
I always do that. But this is the color of my Felix.
Yeah.
Which is lovely. I like that. Would be a great color for this, wouldn't it?
Stunning.
Yeah, that would be a nice color. And here, Dana, you do.
This one is called Cabernet.
Who doesn't like that? Cabernet all day.
It's beautiful. It's
And
like
this-
an eggplant.
Right. And this is Dusk, which is a very soft pink. Isn't that pretty? So anyway, if you want a split decision,
Head
the
over to
choice is
Ravelry.
yours, right?
Absolutely. Pattern is finally available. I know that a lot of you had been sending messages to Pam.
Right.
It's finally live. Split decision. The pattern is sold separately. So if you are stash diving, you just have to head over to Ravelry.
Mhm.
If you'd like to get a kit, they're available online. The link is down below in the description box, I think. It's description box. But I tried to put in the notes. The last two go well together. Yes, they do. The Dusk and the Cabernet.
Yes, they do.
Very
Yeah,
pretty
they good
together.
colors together. Yeah.
And Janet's saying she already bought the pattern.
Oh, thank you,
Awesome.
Janet.
Thank
you
you,
go.
Janet, for
Anyway,
showing support.
So Dinah is wearing.
I'm wearing the spot sweater. It's
Mhm.
designed by Ventzel. I finally finished it. I knit it from the top down. I used an ombre kit, so I did not have to do any of the color change in this sweater. The yarn did all the color change for me. I did have to do the stranded knitting, of course. What can I tell you about the
So
sweater?
when you say what yarn changed, this color that's in the color work changed.
They're two main colors. So the background color,
Correct. So there are two main colors, right?
right? The background color, which goes from this reddish brown rust to the deeper color to light, that's the ombre in the background color. And believe it or not, the color work that's
Up
spotted
here.
throughout is also,
Stand up a second.
let's see if I can stand up here, is also ombre. So up here it's a little bit lighter, it goes very light
And then it gets
to a medium blue to a deeper blue.
It does, right.
So it's ombre within that skein as well.
But this to here was one skein of
It's all one skein. This was an accent. So this neck was an accent color.
And so was a band.
It was a band. Now when I divided my yoke, I introduced this color in the sleeves because I wanted it to match in the body. So what happened was when I divided and I continued.
You knew that color was coming next in the body.
Exactly. So then I paused and I introduced it in the sleeves. And then this bottom color is my rib color, and that's at the end. So I have it at the bottom of my ribbing. Whoops, sorry. It's getting a little blown out, but there it is at the bottom. And at the bottom, the cuffs of my sleeves. And that's it.
Good. There you go.
I'm super happy it's done.
And that's Dina's spot.
Yes, it's called Spot.
Did you make any modifications?
I just lengthened it. I measured it just now. I think I added about 2 inches. And I did make my ribbing a couple of rounds longer than suggested. That's it.
And you had enough yarn for that.
I definitely did. You'd have more yarn. I mean,
how many inches longer did you make it?
2 inches longer. And then I still had an additional skein from the kit. So if I were knitting a larger size, you would incorporate this color into the body of the sweater.
Oh, really?
At the bottom for the color work. Yeah, the extension.
You really could do whatever you want with it, right?
Yes.
Play with it however you want.
For sure.
Which makes it fun. Which makes it fun. You did it quite quickly.
Yeah, I was thinking about how long it took me, and it's about a month.
Yeah, about a month.
A little over a month, which is surprising. I can't believe I finished it.
You were concerned when you were knitting it about the shoulder, how the shoulder would lie.
Yes. So you
because
saw it
of
when
the
it was
raglan?
flat.
Is the raglan a deeper raglan? Is that why?
It's a deep raglan. I mean, my shoulders are broad, but when the sweater is laying flat,
correct,
it's on a very it
looked like it was
slope.
like a V, a slant.
It looked like there was missing the shoulders, but it's fine.
Great. It looks great.
It feels good. The sleeves are a good length.
It looks very comfortable.
I'm very
Dina.
happy.
And are you wearing anything under that?
I actually am. I'm wearing a tank top.
Okay,
but
you have nothing under your arms.
No, I would wear it without anything. I was just worried because of the cold. So I put a tank top underneath, but typically I wouldn't wear anything under it.
Right.
This weekend I did have to frog. A lot of you had asked me what happened. At the end of my cuff, I skipped. It's 2 rows.
End of your cuff or before your cuff?
Excuse me, the end of my pattern. Every pattern round is worked for 2 rounds, and I skipped 1 round. So I ripped back. So that was the big to-do.
It was on your sleeve at least. It wasn't on the body.
My sleeve. It might have been on my second sleeve. And what else can I say? I did take out the border. I added 2 rounds. I was hemming and hawing with Pam.
I know she was saying, you were going to rip out the whole border.
I thought, yeah.
You didn't have to at all.
I did not have to.
Long.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had already extended and I thought maybe I needed to make it longer, but I didn't. I wasn't happy with the way.
There's a point at which you can go too long.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with
I think
the whole thing.
It sits beautifully on you. I think it's fine. I think
Yeah.
it's fine. So now I know there are people that are doing the spot sweater, right?
Yeah,
Dina,
so
that
I shipped out.
The kits?
I shipped out the sweater. I need to pick out dates. So we're going to do a class. I'm going to help everyone get started and talk about the raglan shaping, how to keep in pattern, catching your floats depending on which kit you bought, things like that. So stay tuned. I'm just waiting for everybody to get their kits. And yeah.
Someone is asking if LaGrosse would work for this. And my response would be, it probably would, but what you would want to do is you'd want to gauge it and look at the pattern gauge, and you might need to decrease at the
Maybe
stitch
it's
count.
thicker.
It is thicker. This is 18 to 20,
It's
and I
more
think they
robust.
say
The
look,
gross is more. I mean,
but
we have it here.
she could probably do it. You would need to change your stitch count and maybe the needle
Fewer.
size. Didn't you knit your LaGrosse sweater on a size 5 or
7.
6?
7.
5. Okay. Well, you could.
Which is what you knit
Did
your
I-
cowl on.
my
no?
drift lines.
No, this piece.
On a what did you say?
7.
More 6, more 6,
Oh.
more 6. So you do go down. So I would just grab that needle and do the gauge and see if you want to DM me, and I can help you with that if you want to do that. Peggy, I'm talking to Peggy now.
Yes. Wow. What size needle did you use? So it was a 6?
A 6 and a 7.
A 6 and a 7.
It's 2 needles.
There you go. So that's the answer to LaGrosse. So pretty. How was the pattern verbiage, Kimberly? Are you referring to the spot sweater?
Spot, yeah.
The pattern was well written.
Yeah, you didn't work.
I didn't have an issue with the pattern. I think what happens is she expects you to know how to decrease in pattern, and I think or increase in pattern. So you need to really know how to
Going
increase.
down, yeah.
And when you're coming down the sleeve, you need to know how to decrease in pattern. Other than that,
I mean, did she
it was
tell
well-
you how to do and did she say on the sleeve what the decrease would be?
she would say knit 2 together, SSK. But
Right.
she didn't say,
Keep
You
in
know,
pattern.
she says keep in pattern, but it's 2, 4, 6. It's about a 6-row pattern. And every time you decrease, the pattern
It's
shifts.
shifting, yeah. So you have to be aware
Yeah.
of that, right?
I mean,
It certainly is not
brilliant.
a beginner project.
it's
clearly.
no, but the way everything matches up, I was just very impressed.
You're
I mean,
talking about the
In the
way
raglan, yeah.
the
Look at
raglan,
that. It's just
everything
so
picks up. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really worked out beautifully. Peggy said she bought the pattern. That's so sweet,
Thank you,
Peggy.
Peggy.
Awesome. Late to the party, you ladies look beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, shall we move on?
Yes. What's next?
What's next? We have some new.
You guys should talk about that. It's a project. I have my project. Let's
Okay,
do the
fine, let's
projects,
do
then
whips.
we'll do.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I mean, I will tell you, I am moving along on my Advent from last year.
yes.
I have been working on it, and I'm pleased with it. I mean, I'm trying
This
to
is
do.
the habitation throw?
Yes, I'm trying to do at least 3 rows a day.
Fabulous. Well,
But
now it's probably
It's
getting
getting
smaller.
smaller. So I mean, I'm probably this far down the decrease,
Gonna-
inch-wise. So,
it's going to work up a lot more quickly.
I'm hoping so. But
I'm going to just go off camera to take a
that's-
swig.
But anyway, so that is looking nice. When I get a little further down, maybe I'll bring it in to show you. But it's funny. I saw someone used. I'm trying to remember who it was. They did an Advent a habitation with an Advent. I saw it on Instagram the other day, and they only had. I think they said they had 2 or 3 more colors left to go, and I don't remember now
I wonder who it
whose
was.
Advent it was or what the story was. But it was. I mean, I think that's a great pattern for an Advent if you want to use it. But I chose to make it larger and use all of the skein rather than the half the skein.
Right.
So anyway, so I've been
You're going to
working
get a
on
nice
that.
size throw.
What was that, huh?
You're going to have a nice
Yeah,
size
it's going to
throw.
be like, I mean, it's going to be at least 45 by 45, maybe 48
Nice.
by 48 when all is said and done. What I've been working on, although I didn't work on it this weekend because I left it in the shop.
in the snowstorm.
So annoyed.
Imagine how much knitting
And I
she could have
couldn't-
gotten
I
done.
would have gotten it done. I couldn't come out and get it. So I was not too happy about that, Dina. But in any event, I showed it to you last week. It's Olive's cowl. It's a redo of a cowl that I had done for Lucy going back a few years ago.
Thank you, Kim. Kim bought the kit.
Oh,
she
did
bought
she?
your split
Thank you.
decision in tobacco.
And tobacco. Nice. That's a great color. I can't see to put this on right now, but in any event, I think that's
This
about
is
it.
super cute. So you guys might be familiar with the Lulu Cowl. Did you show it one time?
I
with
had it.
chewed
I
up?
had it. Oh, I have it here.
Oh, it's here.
I have it here. I know I had it last week. This was when Lucy was not even a year old, and Lucy is going to be 5 in April. So believe it or not, it was probably at least 3-4 years ago. I don't even know. And this was it.
How cute.
I used a merino wool, and when we wrote the patterns, we did it totally differently than the way I'm doing it now.
Mhm.
And what I'm doing now is better. When I knit this, I knit the bobbles in, but when we wrote it for the shop, we didn't do it that way. But now we're going back to that because we know you guys can handle it. And I changed it up a little bit. But anyway, and I'm using a different yarn. This is the Weepacker, which is lovely. And the bobble colors, I got 4 different bobble colors. And it's almost done. I just have to decide how tall it's going to be and do a few different size options. And that's it.
Super cute. How does it compare in size?
I think that
this one is for Olive.
This is for Olive. Now, when I made this for Lucy, she wasn't even a year old. Olive is now 3, but Olive is petite. So I'll see
the colors are great.
Yeah, I'll see when this comes off the needle, how it fits on the 2 of them. And if I think Lucy's needs to be larger, which I would think it would be larger.
Probably.
But I will tell you, Lucy puts this on now, and she did this even when she was a baby. She wears it as a headband.
Super cute. That'd be adorable as a headband.
It would be cute as a headband, right?
Yes.
So anyway, so that's my almost finished Lulu Cowl. And hopefully it'll be done the next time we get together.
Sorry for the phone.
It's talking to us.
Super cute.
So what do you have, Dina?
What am I working on? I'm working on my test knit. I'm moving right along. On the body part. I could share it. I was just telling Pam I had to finish the row because I was in the middle of a row and
yeah,
it's too difficult to show. So here it is. It's a little wrinkled.
It's okay.
But getting there. Super cute.
Excuse me.
It's like I call it a fish scale.
What was that?
A tweedy stitch. Very pretty. It's 2 colors in Moondrake. And it's
is that toffee?
Sleeve. It's toffee and
ash.
Shadow.
You
know how I like shadow.
Yeah.
So this is really pretty.
It's very cute, Dina.
Doesn't really reflect what it's going to be, but I'm super excited. It's getting there.
Yeah. And you were saying that the pattern, the stitch pattern almost looks like fish scales.
Yes. If you go up close, you could see that.
Oh, yeah. That's very pretty.
It's like a broken seed.
It's like
stitch.
dimensional.
It's very pretty.
Like a dimension to it, right?
Yeah. It's very rhythmic, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So I'm getting ready to. I'm anxious to get to the border and to the bottom of the sleeves. That's where all the color work is.
Is that right?
Yes.
What do you mean the border and the bottom of the sleeves?
They're the bottom.
Oh, there's
border.
some color work down there?
Yes.
Oh, there
I mean, not strands of color work,
but some.
Yes.
Color. Oh, that'd be
interest.
Fun. That'd be nice.
Yes. You know, Natasja, she always has
nothing
a splash.
Is just, yeah, exactly. It's got to be a little pizzazz in there.
Exactly.
Good.
So I'm working on that. And
what else? Show them the cowl, Dina.
I have a cowl that I was trying to release for Valentine's Day. Getting blown out. There it is.
That looks good. That looks good.
I don't know what to call it.
Yes, you do.
Well, I have an idea.
You should call it. Yeah, I think you should call it that.
What you said? Well, tell them.
You said.
Well, this,
you added a word in front of it.
Let me right. Let me just share the inspiration. So I knew I wanted to design a cowl for Valentine's Day, and I was actually talking to one of my customers, and we were discussing the publicity around Rose. Her article came out. Tanya Singer did such a beautiful job. Thank you, Tanya, for your coverage.
Right.
If you're watching this, Tanya, incredible. I received so many emails. I can't even imagine how many she's received. But she's certainly been inspirational. That's Rose, in case you don't know who we're talking about. And she's been my mentor. And I'm so grateful. And behind this,
to have had Rose all the years that you did. Yeah.
Most
definitely.
She's
still here. I'm just saying.
But she's not in the shop anymore.
Active in the shop.
The amount of years that she volunteered and helped me, she's been not only a mentor, but a dear friend. And I adore her. And Valentine, I might create a cowl for Rose. Mm-hmm. And part of that, I guess tying into Rose was accredited to Rebecca. So thank you, Rebecca, for giving me that inspiration and the idea. This is the cowl. I do need a name. Pam was thinking Sweet Rose.
Correct.
I was thinking
Rose
Love for Rose.
My sweet Rose. I like My Sweet Rose. That's my thing. I think you have to have Rose in there. Unless you have a suggestion with Rose in there, that would be good. But Rose really has to be in there.
We would like to name this cowl. I would like to publish it for Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day. Yeah, and this is it. I'm sorry the light is blowing
That
out, but
looks
it's
good.
super
That
cute.
looks good. That looks good.
I used Wepaka. I'm knitting a second one now. I'll wait to share with you before I
Well, this
release
is
what it
this
is.
is the design phase where you start making, you have to make changes
Right.
when you see, the yarns, the sizing, so on and so
Yeah, I
forth.
should put it on.
You should put it on. Do you have any? It's all woven. No, not really.
It's not woven in, but that's
Put
okay.
the tail on the back.
And then I was just deliberating whether I should make it wider or not. I might do an option to do a wider version, but there it is.
Yep.
Super cute.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be taller.
Taller? No, I wouldn't do a
No,
third repeat
no,
on the hearts,
no,
although there
no.
is enough yarn if you wanted to. So that's always an option, but you would need more
You'd
yarn.
need more of the main color,
Yeah.
right?
Actually,
wanted to
maybe
do that.
not. You might just make it.
You think so?
Yeah, with 2 in 1, you might be able to make a third
2
round.
in 1.
Yes.
You would need 2 of this
Mhm.
one. Yeah.
So that's my cowl. So hopefully you'll leave a comment, maybe inspire me with a name as you did with Pam,
Mm-hmm.
and I will try to get this published as soon
Someone
as
said
possible.
Rose has my heart.
Oh,
Well, that's a cute one.
she does have my heart.
That's a cute one.
Liz,
For the
that's a
love
good one.
of Rose. I like that too. I like that too.
Oh my goodness. You guys are going to have to leave these comments after we
Hearts
publish.
of Rose.
These are good.
Yeah.
So
I love
please,
that.
afterwards, after we publish, please put the names down
We
because
heart Rose. That's nice too.
I was thinking I heart Rose, but
Do that.
I do want this to be the type of cowl that when you are feeling like when you knit it, you're
Mhm.
thinking of a friend,
Right.
somebody you
You're
have in
knitting
mind.
it with
It's a valentine or
with thoughts in mind for someone
Exactly.
else, or maybe you're even knitting it and gonna gift
Could
it
be
to
for
that
you.
person. Sure, yeah. That makes a
love
difference.
thyself.
Exactly. Listen, if you don't love thyself, right?
Absolutely. So that's been one of my whips.
There you go. I think that's busy enough.
Yes, I've been quite busy. But guess what? Now that I finish this, I feel
You
like
can
I'm
start something else.
Yes.
You go.
I finished 2 sweaters in January.
There
Imagine
you go.
that. The
Look at
cuffle
that.
and
The
this.
cuffle and that.
Well,
Well,
the
yeah.
cuff-
Your next sweater is the Felix.
Felix. I'll 2 in February.
Well, but that's not a new cast on.
No,
That's just
I
finishing
know.
off.
A
right?
languishing.
A languishing whip.
I need a languishing. Right. Can you imagine if every month I had
You finished off
Yes.
something. Well, that's
Although
also a good
I have
goal.
to get something.
What do you
Okay.
want? I'll get it. What do you want?
No, that's okay. I was going to get the book that's
Okay.
on the table.
Which book? The one that's I see the one you're
Yeah.
talking about. I know what that is.
So
Yeah.
that's the deal. Okay. Thanks, Pam. So the reason I want to mention the book is for 2 reasons. A, I did not start my socks. So we're talking about
Ooh,
languishing
that's
projects.
pretty. That looks like painting bricks.
I did not start socks. I know that I said I was gonna. My goal is to knit 6 pairs of socks this year, which
So
means
she was
February.
thinking a sock a month, but you
Right.
could do a pair a month if you had to.
Right. But that being said, I got a beautiful gift in the mail. Thank you, Lisa, for this wonderful Operation Sock Drawer book.
I love that.
Very sweet. Lisa was the winner, and she wanted to, I guess, how did she say it?
She won the advent, right?
She won the
She wanted
advent.
to pass it along.
Right. So pass forward. That was her words.
Yeah.
And
Pay it forward.
pay it forward,
Yeah.
which was very sweet. You didn't have to do that. This was our gift. Just it was a raffle,
Right.
and I'm very grateful. So now this will hopefully inspire me to find a pair of socks to knit.
Yeah, there's some nice ones in there.
Yes.
That reminds me of our customer,
Very nice
Laura.
ones.
I don't know if Laura is on, but I had a conversation with Laura back in December,
Super cute.
and she was telling me that she had a drawer filled with socks.
I
And
want that.
That's what I want to, handmade socks. And she has a
I have a bunch.
grandson who comes over, and he'll like grab a pair. She said her sock drawer is dwindling.
Because they all take socks. Well, that's exactly what I was just going to say.
But this weekend,
Did she knit?
she posted 3 finished pair. Can you imagine in January she made 3 pairs of socks.
Wow.
I must not knit fast enough. I really got to be lacking somehow. I don't know. But
It's just time.
she finished 3 pair of socks. She
That's
had it on
fabulous.
Instagram.
I
So
didn't
I
see
said,
that.
I messaged her. I said, your drawer is filling up.
That's amazing.
Isn't that nice?
Kudos to you, Laura.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I was I finished my rainbow socks, and of course now all the kids want socks. So
Well,
me
at
and
least
my
they were
goal,
rainbow socks. See, if you had a cranker, you'd be able to crank them out.
which by the way, most people said it wasn't cheating.
It's not cheating. It's not cheating.
I mean, I said I would want one too.
I said to my
even if it is
husband,
cheating.
I said, I would really love to get a cranker. He says, well, how much is it? I said, that's very expensive. He said, well, if you want one, you should consider getting it. More is the case of where I would put it.
How big is it?
It's not big, but it would be dedicated. It's not something you're going to take up and
You have
set
to keep
up.
it out.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that one day. Maybe I'll get a cranker. Imagine if we had a cranker. I'd let you come over and crank. I'd let
Maybe
you come
I'll
over
get
and
one.
crank. Oh, you'll get one. It's silly for both of us to get one.
No,
That's a
we
waste
can't
of
both.
money. That's a waste of money.
Can't both get one. But
Okay, I have an idea. We'll go halvesies.
keep it in the-
January to June, I'll have it. July to December, you'll have it. How does that sound?
I don't know about that. Maybe we'll switch off every other month, but then it's setting it up.
Well, I shouldn't speak about, because I don't know. It doesn't look like it's that difficult to do, to set up.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
If
Couldn't
you
tell
guys
you.
have any tips, let us know on the sock crank.
Yeah. It has to be a sock crank. And they have a piece that you attach to it that enables you to do a 72 stitch sock, a 64 stitch sock,
So
and a
can both-
54. So you can do, you wouldn't want to get one. Apparently there's a piece that you can put on it that enables you to change the stitch. You wouldn't want to just get it and only be able to make a 64 stitch sock.
No,
if
you're
you
talking about stitch count, but that sock crank is really just a vanilla sock. It's not like you can do.
You,
It's not like a
apparently,
knitting machine where
you can do the heel
rib-
and toe on it.
Oh,
You can. I just saw a video the other day. Someone did it, and I was wondering, what are they doing? And someone commented, I'm trying to remember who it was now, that you could do the heel and the toe. They just haven't taken the time to figure it out. And then I saw it on something. I saw it somewhere.
so you can actually decrease
Yeah, you can do
on
the
this-
heel and the toe.
on the sock crank.
Correct.
I find that hard to believe. That's incredible. Okay. Learn something new every
There
day.
you go.
All right. What do
So
we
put
have
that
here?
in your pipe and smoke it when you're trying to think if
Pam
you want
always likes to say that.
something my mother would have said.
Oh.
Anyway.
Get the cranker. You can charge people for cranking. LOL. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one.
There you go. It'll pay itself off in about 10 years.
I made 16 pairs since June, but only 2 in January. Okay, Donna, was that with a sock crank or knit? Hand
Yeah,
knit?
was that hand knit?
Sheila's saying, I got a cranker last year and I love it.
Where'd you
It comes
get
in
it
a
from?
wooden box. Yeah, who is the vendor?
Is it from the Urbach? Urbach? Is that where
that
you
you
got it
can
from?
store it in when you're not cranking?
Is it
makes
easy to
for
take
easy
down and put
timeshare.
up?
Oh, all right, Sheila, let us know. Easy for time sharing. That's interesting.
Oh, that she shares it and then
Yes,
I share it,
yes.
that kind of thing?
I'm a good sharer.
I listen.
Hello from Sweden. Thank you for joining us. Okay, shall we move onward?
Yes, let's
Okay.
go. What's next?
So, should we talk about what you have there?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
You have the patterns there?
So we have beautiful kits.
We posted these on Friday.
Here, I'll show the kits, and then I'll show the patterns.
Go ahead.
This here is called Ponderosa. It's a lovely sweater. It's cabled. It is,
Woolen Pines.
no, it's designed in wool pine, but was it done in pieces? I don't recall.
Yes, it is. It's done
This
in the
one is
front and the
done in-
back.
yes.
Front and the back. It's not in the round.
Which,
Probably for the stability, I would think. I think the back is stuck in net and the front is cabled.
very pretty. I
And the
don't know if
front
you can
has a
see the
little bit of
detail.
a, looks like it has a little bit of a shaping. I don't know. I haven't. Doesn't it look like, if you're not in that picture, look in another picture maybe. I thought I saw it in one of the pictures. No, maybe it's not there. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it did though.
Here's another picture. I don't want to show the pattern.
Yep.
Very pretty.
That's very pretty.
So we thought
Um,
we would inspire you. We
uh,
made up kits. Go ahead.
And but this is a dual kit because when we were making this, we also saw this lovely pattern from Hornby.
So the kits are actually called Marble Mount and Ponderosa. So
Mhm.
the yarn kits are available for either sweater.
Your choice, yeah.
Another split decision.
I'm just going to say that. We're giving you a lot of choices. They're
This-
both done in fingering weight yarn.
Yes. Now the kits that we made up are using Moondrake's merino linen, which I think 90% merino wool and 10% linen.
Correct.
It's got a lovely drape to it. I've knit several projects.
Yeah, it's very nice. A very nice yarn.
A very nice yarn.
And the difference in the two patterns is that the Ponderosa is more of a boxy fit, where the Marble Mount is more of a fitted. She said if you're choosing your size, go to your bust size and do that size.
So elegant.
It's very nice, very nice. And I think we kitted it up with 4 skeins, and the 4 skeins will go through size 1 to 5. On the Ponderosa, you can go to size 6. So, but look at the pattern, look at the sizes, look at what size you might make, and see what you would need.
Right. Now, if there was a kit that you liked and you needed an additional skein or one less skein, just leave a note in the comments field and we'd be happy to make that adjustment for you.
Sure.
As long as it's available.
So I'm going to start showing you some of the colors that we did. How about if I hand that to you, Dina?
This here is mauve. It's a beautiful dusty pink.
Light pink, right?
Yep.
And this is a pretty brown. That's called truffle. Isn't that pretty? And I love that color.
This one is ginkgo. Very pretty.
And this one is toffee. This is the color that's in your test knit.
Yes.
Right?
A little more golden. It's getting a little blown out, but
Yep.
it's definitely more golden than the ginkgo.
Yeah, it is, definitely, for sure. I'm going to give you this color, Dina, because I know that you
knows I like this color.
I know you do.
Juicy. Nothing like a hot pink. I think the lighting is like right on top here. Hold on a second.
Move it away a little bit. Yeah. This is Prada Blue.
Very pretty.
And the Juicy. This is a pretty. Whoops, I'm going to get that. Yeah, don't you start with that one.
This one here is called
The Runaway
Sprout.
Skein.
It's like a pretty leafy green, would you say?
I love that. Yeah.
It's a little bit lighter than a leafy
It's like
green.
sprouting grass, right? When grass first comes up.
Kimberly's asking, is that the Vichy Bouche sweater behind you? I didn't type that right. Yes, it is, Kimberly.
It is.
It is. What is that called? Amelie?
Amelie.
The Amelie sweater, yes.
Love that sweater.
Yeah.
And this one is Amethyst. It's it's darker than lavender, but lighter than like a violet or purple.
Very pretty.
And the last one, we didn't show this, did we?
No.
This is Pink Salt. It looks like it's a cream, but it does have a peachy kind of a color to it.
There it is. It's getting a little blown out. It definitely has more of a pink cast to it, but it's really pretty.
Yeah.
Think of Himalayan salt.
So anyway, those are kits on the website, and again, the choice would be yours: Marble Mount or Ponderosa.
I always wonder if you guys notice what's on the mannequins behind us. We always take extra care to try to style them. But yes, that is called the Amelie, Kimberly. It is designed by Vichy Bouche. It was knit in La Grosse. Our favorite.
Yeah.
We have kits available online, and Susan is going to be delighted to know that it's done.
Yes.
She's excited to wear it. Beautiful
did
sweater.
You wet block it, Dina?
You did. I wet
How
blocked
did
it.
it come with the wet block? Did
Beautiful.
It change it much? Did the hand change?
Yes.
It did.
Softer.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Love La Grosse.
So if you guys knit with a Vichy Bouche, you definitely want to wet block it.
Dinah and I have been looking at that sweater since the first order of La Grosse walked in the door.
They
They always insert a card with that pattern.
A postcard. I think I have to go. There's something in my eye, you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But we love, love, love that Amelie.
Yes, Amelie.
Amelie.
Beautiful.
So we do have some kits for that also on the website as well.
Yeah. Sometimes we drool over them. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate
we
that.
We drool over them too.
Thank you for noticing them. Let's see. Very cute. Okay. Let's move onward. What else do we have? Should I start with this?
Yes.
On top. Well, we have a new yarn in the shop. We have this yarn called Cloud by Lang. We've waited a long time for it. I kind of missed the boat when it first launched, and we are happy to have it now. This is Feels like a cloud, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge skein. It's a 100-gram ball.
How many yards, Dina?
It's got 260 meters.
Oh, that's a lot of yarn.
A lot of yardage.
280 yards.
And it's an
285.
ombre or self-striping yarn, as you could see here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got beautiful colors, and we could start showing them to you. And then I'll share all the different patterns that you can use to knit with them. Great for instant gratification, you guys. Green lovers, this is awesome. It's like got green and earth tones.
It's 90 wool, 10 poly, and it's 13 stitches to 4.
How amazing is that? What size needle? A 7 millimeter.
Where do you see that?
Right in the box.
Oh, or an end crochet hook for you crocheters out there.
So 7 is...
7 is a 10 and a half.
10 and a half, right?
Mm-hmm. 10
nice.
and 3/4.
So that'll go rather quickly.
Rather quickly. And after Dina shows you the colors, we're going to show you some patterns.
Yes. This here is a very soft pastel-y one.
But it's got that pop of that blue in there.
Which is beautiful.
Nice, right?
Yep. Here's a bright one. Look at that. How fun is that?
That's a pretty one.
This
it's
is
got
really
that
pretty.
olive and the gold.
Yes.
And the like coral.
This is what Brooke bought.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. She went right for that.
It's very pretty.
This is a softer green, more to like a yellowy mustard. Very pretty in comparison to the deeper one.
Yeah, that's a little brighter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like that color that you're
this
showing
one
now.
is beautiful too.
Oh, look at that.
They're all really pretty. And when you see the patterns, you'll see how beautiful
It's very, very pretty.
And lively they are. Okay. So this pattern booklet is available for sale. It's called Punto 31. It's by Lang. So it's Punto 31 Cloud, Lang Yarns. And the whole book has different patterns. Starting on the cover, you have a pullover sweater and a scarf.
Meryl is on.
Hey, Meryl knit the cardigan.
She did.
She did. You did it in the Meryl. Yours was in the darker green, right?
I think she did this one.
I think she did the darker one.
Yeah. Well, that looks so pretty. The color on that.
Very pretty.
In there. That's the one I like, isn't it? Is that the one I like?
Here's a beautiful scarf.
Yeah.
So that's like a lacy scarf.
That's a pretty cardigan.
You have this
pullover.
Beautiful pullover.
That's pretty.
Do you want to show them the patterns a minute? If you don't want to buy the booklet, the patterns are available for sale on Ravelry individually. The booklet is $10, and I just want you to know it's not intuitive if you want to buy the pattern.
It's not?
No.
How do you find it?
I believe it's PTO.
PTO.
Yeah, which you wouldn't really know.
Punto. PTO. Is this the one she made?
Yes.
This is the one that Meryl made. It's the same one on both pages. You can see it's, I don't know if it's reverse stockinette. Very pretty.
So, for example, if we go back to that pullover just for a second, that one. So while this design is in the book, on my website, it's Punto 31, which is the name of the book, Cloud, and it's by Lang Yarns. If you wanted to purchase the individual pattern on Ravelry,
how do you find it?
Do you see the code there? All capitals, PTO for Punto, hyphen 031, which is the number of the book. You actually do need to know the model number, which in this particular case, it was the second design in the book.
Couldn't they go to the yarn on Ravelry?
You can. If you search Cloud.
Yeah.
But then you have to go through all the different projects.
How many could there be? Isn't it? It's a newer, it's not an old yarn.
It's a newer yarn.
It's a newer yarn.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it's not as intuitive, but it's PTO hyphen 031 is the name of the catalog. Okay,
and this is another scarf that has a cable design to it.
Beautiful.
And this is another pullover.
I believe that one is doubled, so you're on an even bigger.
Oh,
needle.
really?
Yes. You're pulling from two ends on that one. Simple garter stitch scarf with fringe. Love the green. Gorgeous.
And then another cardigan.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's an oversized.
Yes.
Has a tie to it or not. Oh, that's my favorite thing.
This is amazing. The Dickie. Love
I can't
this.
say that word.
Why not?
Another cardigan
Yeah, striped
and
cardigan.
the dicky,
Love it.
which is lovely.
It is beautiful. That's the lighter green.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
mustard. Love, love, love it.
A
Oh,
hat
wow.
and a cabled cowl.
Cabled hat and cowl.
That's pretty. And what else? Is there anything else in here?
I believe so. So some great designs. Oh, no, that's
No,
it. So just for, I guess, argument's sake,
Those are the colors.
here's a representation of all the colors knit up. So, for
That's a
example,
nice
this
thing. I
is
like when they do that.
this is the lighter green, and that would be this colorway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right next to it is the darker green. And then next to that,
that
Pam,
this
is
one?
color number 1. Yes.
Is that one? I don't think that's one.
No?
It's 8.
No.
Is it this one? No, that's 8. Is this one? This is 6. This is 3. Is it this one?
That one. No.
5. No. Is it this one?
Where is one?
Maybe we didn't get one.
Oh, no, it's number 6. Excuse me.
Now, which one was 6? I
This
don't
one.
remember this one. That's the one I like.
Yeah, that's the one that Brooke got. So that's number 6. Sorry, I was reading it the wrong way. Then we have color number 2, which is out of
Excuse
stock.
me.
We have color number 3, which is that middle color right there. Color number 5 is the bright bold one.
Let me see that. What does that look like?
This one here.
That's
Right
pretty.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this reddish one, which is this color over here. It's got it's maroon. I would say it's maroon, brick, red, light pink. It reminds me of Valentine's Day, to be honest with you. That's color. Is that color number 8? Color number 3, excuse me.
This is 8.
And then 8 is the pastel-y one, and that's this one here. Very pretty.
So there you go.
Super cute collection.
So there are some books
Quick, easy
online.
knits.
Dinah can get more books if they go out.
Yes.
You can do whatever you want. But
This here.
again, can you just go to one of the sweaters, Dinah, and look at the yarn quantity maybe? To
Yes.
give them
Does
an
anyone
idea on
have an idea of what they want to make?
like if that one of the first cardigans in the book? Like
So, for example, this
one that
cardigan
Meryl
here,
did.
this cardigan here only takes 4 skeins
really?
for the small, medium.
Mm.
Large, extra large takes 5.
And those are the
hat-
two sizes.
2 sizes. It's
Nice.
small dash medium, and then large, extra
Oh,
large.
that's nice.
So this one would take 4, and
How
then
about
5.
that pullover before it?
This one,
No, the one before going the other one. That one.
this one. Okay, cloud number 2. Let's have a look.
I think that's another lovely one.
So the one that I showed you that was on Ravelry,
Mm-hmm.
model number 2. Let's see. That
There it
one
is.
takes, for the small medium, it's calling for 8 skeins, and it's calling for 10 skeins for the large, extra large. So what we're referring to here is this sweater here. And the reason being is that it's knit to a tighter gauge.
It's longer too.
Longer,
It looks
yeah.
like probably on a nice size needle though. I don't know
No,
what.
but back to our
Oh,
discussion earlier. So 8 skeins for the small medium, 10 for the large, extra large. Does anyone have any questions?
that's why if you went to a larger needle, you'd use less yarn.
Yes, the green is stunning. Yes, Meryl, that's right. So when Meryl had done the cardigan, if I'm not mistaken, calls for just a single crochet border
Yes,
all around.
it does, right.
And when she had come in with it, we thought it would look a lot more polished with a ribbed edging.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree, Meryl, it looked much better. It was gorgeous. It was a great call.
But she had enough yarn to do that.
Yes. I don't know if you bought an extra skein for that, but Meryl did this cardigan, and we had picked up stitches for her around the border, and she had knit a rib, which was really nice. Really gave it a nice finish.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Hold on, my eyes. Monica is saying, me too. Anxious to get to the change. I'm not sure what that's referring to, Monica. Hello from coastal Maine with 24 inches of snow. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're referring to.
You know, the snowstorm hugged the coastline. So if you were further inland, my brother in Jersey, he got 3 inches.
Well,
barely.
we
3
spoke to
inches.
Laura today, and she only got 4 inches, and
Yeah.
she's in Albany.
Yeah, so it was more of a
So,
coastline
yeah.
thing.
Definitely.
Mm.
I have to go check my eyes. Larger needle. Very nice. So that's our cloud collection. Super happy to have it. Hopefully we've inspired you. The yarn is available on the website. You can check Ravelry for individual patterns, or you can certainly buy the book. And if you were interested in a design, you can certainly leave. You have a hair in your eye. There you go.
Thank you.
You can leave a comment and we could try to help you, or you can call the shop if you needed to buy yarn for a particular project. Okay, next up, last but not least, we have Badger and Bloom kits. This is another beautiful sweater designed by Ventzel, the same designer as the spot sweater. We showed these kits to you on Friday, and we just thought we would share them here because we know the audience is different. So we have 3 kits to share. This is the light pink with a charcoal gray.
That would be similar to something that's shown
Actually,
here.
it is very similar to
Looks
that.
like that's a pink yarn.
I don't know if it's ivory and it just has a pinkish hue,
Whatever.
but
It's cute.
super pretty. It does look like the
Mhm.
cover. Then we have this beautiful silvery gray, and it's almost like a lavender gray. And it's paired with a gray that's almost, it also has a lavender hue. Very different than this gray. This is more of a black gray, you can see,
that,
and this
yeah.
is more of a
You can see
purpley
that.
gray.
Mhm.
So this is a beautiful pairing.
Mhm.
And last but not least, we have Color of the Year Periwinkle, which is in my spot sweater. That's ombre. And then we have that paired with black.
So now the sweater, it would be in the periwinkle color, and the
Yes.
black would be the color.
Yes. So the darker color would be in the yoke
Mhm.
on all 3 sweaters,
Mhm.
and then the lighter color would be the body.
And what is that yarn made out of?
It's cashmere Echo. So the main body is an Italian cashmere. It's 50% recycled and 50% virgin cashmere. And it's paired with the mohair, the silk mohair from Art Yarns, which I believe is 60% kid mohair and 40% silk, which is a really high content for silk. So lovely combination. It's definitely a luxurious sweater. And if this is a sweater that you were interested in making, but you didn't want to spend the bucks on the Art Yarns kits, we can certainly work with you to come up with a pairing that's just a basic mohair that's not hand dyed,
Right.
with another yarn that would give you the gauge.
Right.
So that's always an option as well. And I think that's it. Can't believe we've spoken for over an hour already.
Right.
That's remarkable. You guys have stuck with us. Thank you.
And the gauge on that is 4 stitches to an inch. Yeah.
4. So it's 16 stitches to 4 inches.
On an 8 or a 10 needle.
Now, if you were considering a sweater with color work, the Badger and Bloom would be a lot easier than the spot sweater. It's an easier yoke color stranded work. It looks like 1 by 1 for most of the way.
Yeah. It does.
Very
It
pretty.
really
The
does.
detail is really lovely.
Mhm.
That might be my next cast on.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Too many things to cast
Too
on
many
it, right?
things. Yes.
It's always the way.
And then I don't know if I should cast this on. This will
Well,
be really quick to get.
that would be a quick knit.
A very quick knit. We'll see.
Too many things, not enough hands, right, guys?
Exactly.
Always the way.
Do we have any announcements? I don't think we have any
I
announcements.
don't think so. It's
Okay.
Dina's birthday on Wednesday.
Oh, Pam, stop.
If you're just joining us, she's having a birthday on Wednesday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh,
You have to celebrate those. What is the alternative? You don't celebrate a birthday.
No, you have to
You have
celebrate.
to celebrate.
What is my mother? I like what my mother says. She's like, every day's a birthday.
Oh, did
I
she
love-
say
she
that?
does.
That's very nice. That's
Every
a very
time
nice way to look
yeah.
at it.
So I guess I feel like every day is special.
There you
Right?
go.
You wake
Mhm.
up,
Right.
you open your eyes, you take a breath. That's something to be very grateful for.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. So please leave a comment after we log off. Help me out naming this beautiful cowl pattern.
Mm-hmm. Getting lots of happy birthdays, Dina.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What are you doing for your birthday?
You know,
Do you have any plans?
actually,
You do.
we do.
What do you do?
We're going out for dinner on Wednesday.
Where you go?
I don't know.
You don't know. Is your husband picking it?
He
Or
he
did
made
he
a
ask you where you
no.
want to go?
He made a reservation.
In the
I
city?
don't know. In the city.
Okay.
And I actually thought, hey, why don't we go see the Van Gogh exhibit? in
Oh,
Manhattan?
nice, nice. Is that up at the where is it? At the Met? Where
I
is
don't
the
know.
Van Gogh? Oh, I know where it
that
is. Audrey went to see
Is
it.
that
It's at the
downtown?
pier. It's at the pier.
Oh, it's at the pier?
Yeah, Audrey went to see that.
Did she like it?
Yeah, but it wasn't like it doesn't take long to do it.
No.
No.
I don't need the whole day.
Audrey went to see that over the I think at the beginning of the Christmas break. It's down one of the piers.
Interesting. I thought it was in one of the museums.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Anyway, I
That's
saw an
what I remember.
advertisement for it, like on one of the billboards while we were walking in Manhattan.
mhm.
I just thought, hey, it might be nice to go in on Wednesday and
Well,
do
that'd
that.
be nice. Well, that would be a nice thing to do if you're going to dinner because it's not
I'll
going to
be in the
be like
city.
3 or 4 hours in a
No.
museum.
No, I'm looking forward to that. So
That'd be
hopefully,
nice.
while I'm there, maybe one of my kids will want to meet me for lunch.
Oh, that'd be
We'll
nice.
see. Jake and Danielle are in the city, so we'll see. That's my big
Well, that
plan.
sounds like a nice
Yeah.
day,
It should be
relaxing
fun.
day, right?
Usually it's like miserable. It's like
But
cloudy,
what you should
snowy,
start the
wet,
day
raining.
off with is like a pamper. Like go get your nails done, go get a pedicure,
I can do
or
that.
go do something a little
I was going to say I can go get a massage, but I
massage.
just had one.
I was going to say that too. That's why I didn't say that.
Oh my goodness. I had the best massage yesterday. The
Nice.
best. Deep tissue.
It's the only
It
kind
was
to
a
get.
last minute decision. It was a local person. It's not in a spa. It's just like a no frills. How would
That's
you
fine.
describe it?
I've never been there, so I'm not sure. But it's not like a fancy spa.
No,
we can
it's
say
definitely
that.
not a fancy spa, but they're so good there. They give the best
What
massages.
do they do? What else do they do in addition to massages? Do they do facials? Do
No.
they do
I don't know. It's
just
like a massage
massages?
place.
Yeah.
A massage parlor. I don't know.
Okay. It's
just
a nice place.
It was amazing. They're very good. They hit the right tension spots. I was actually in pain.
Yes.
It's been so long since I've actually gone for a massage, and it was very funny because the masseuse said, "Oh, you're going to sleep well tonight." And I was telling Pam, I slept for 8 hours
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
It was such a long, hard, deep sleep. It was so
You
good.
had no aches and pains. Everything
No,
was
usually-
relaxed. Everything was relaxed.
So I have to say, sometimes I get a massage where they
Mhm.
hit certain nerves, and I'm actually sore the next day.
Oh, really?
But not.
Oh,
This
that's
morning?
good. That's good.
I feel very good.
No, I
So it was
prefer a
a-
deep tissue massage.
They can be painful. Do you
But
ever
I don't
experience
like any of these like
No,
these
oh,
little butterfly
no.
things. No.
No, I need to feel like I'm
Yes.
being
yes,
massaged.
Yes.
I agree with you. Definitely agree with you. I do not like that.
There you go.
Anyway, so yeah, maybe I'll start with the manicure pedicure.
Yeah,
I could
that's a
certainly
nice
use
start
one.
the day with a manicure pedicure.
We'll see.
Then hop on the train and do lunch.
I definitely don't pamper myself enough.
No, you don't.
No.
Because you never set time for that kind of thing. It's
No.
always like what you can squeeze in, right?
Yeah.
So you should do something for yourself like that.
Anyway, we'll see.
We'll
Yes.
find out next week what she does.
There you go. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a wonderful hour. Please hit
Yes.
subscribe if you don't subscribe to us so you get notifications when we go live. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of a good name for this beautiful cowl that is very dear to me. The
For
rose.
Yeah.
And what else?
And stay
Stay warm.
stay warm
dry.
if you're in one of those 24-inch snow areas. Stay safe. Enjoy the weather and do some knitting. And what else?
That's it.
That's what we got.
We'll see you next week.
Have
Thanks,
a good
everyone.
one. Bye,
Bye.
guys.